Well, this morning we have more information on David Brom's upcoming release from prison. He's the man behind one of Rochester's most infamous crimes.
Brom was arrested back in 1988 for the brutal slayings of his parents and two of his three siblings with an axe. He was sentenced to several life sentences for his crimes, but now he's on a direct path to being let out of prison despite some local officials' adamant pleas that he should not get that chance.
ABC 6 News reporter Chandler Jackson brings us more in this edition of 6 Inside.
Several months after that law giving Brom this opportunity was passed, former Olmsted County Attorney Mark Ostrom sent this letter to the state specifically asking them not to give Brom that chance. Senate File 2909 was passed during the spring legislative session in 2023. Among various other reforms, it made Minnesota the 28th state to do away with life sentences for juveniles and allowed those already imprisoned a chance to have their sentences reviewed and reduced. Several months later, then Olmsted County Attorney Mark Ostrom sent a letter to the State Department of Corrections saying the new law being applied to Brom's case was something he disagreed with.
Looking at a case some 15 years after the fact or more, in David's case a lot more, we lose the opportunity to really appreciate what that case really was at the time.
Ostrom was not the county attorney at the time, but the letter states that the sentence handed down by the judge all those years ago was exactly what was needed. Current Olmsted attorney Michael Walters agrees.
You know, when Judge Morse handed down this sentence, she was extremely thoughtful about it, and she made every effort, and I think successfully so, to be as compassionate as possible. She knew she was sentencing someone under the age of 18, and so she handed down a really nuanced sentence.
This particular case has left a heavy shadow over many in the community, so it's no surprise why so many would be against Brom's release.
We, as the public, must trust the parole board's decision and have to hope Mr. Brom is ready for this transition in his life. I'm very pleased to hear that, but it is still hard for me to accept and forget the sights and smells of what I saw that Thursday evening in 1988.
However, some argue the law providing this opportunity is an important part of rebalancing the justice system.
A lot of these folks are spending decades in prison, and it's very expensive to have people in prison that long. And there's been a move to rebalance our criminal justice system towards preventing crime and responding to violent crime instead of spending lots and lots of resources, our valuable resources, warehousing people in prisons for long sentences.
Brom will be entering a work release program in the cities later this month. According to his latest parole board hearing, Brom will not be returning to Olmsted County now or for any future potential release, but the board is interested in seeing Brom on the path to supervised release. He has another hearing next January. In the newsroom, Chandler Jackson, ABC 6 News.